So there's one enemy. You know, Neil really didn't... That wasn't a very good idea. Oh, hi! Oi! My limbs! Stop it. You're gonna blow yourself up. Shh. Oi, stop it. This was bad. I broke my leg on a bell. That's a weapon. Unique weapon. Hunting rifle. Yes, please. Missiles. No, we can keep those. Man, we took them to the face, didn't we? Let's take some drugs for our carrying capacity here. Lovely. Have we found the location that we're in? Because I'm gonna need... I don't think we have. No, we have. Because I'm gonna need a little bit of traveling. Let's go sell our things. Let's go to the 188. We haven't been there in a long while. That's Novac. It's actually pretty close. Is that... Yes, that is where I need to be.
Pleasure doing business with you. Bye.
I think there's other traders.
Hey there.
I think I just saw a cow.
I've never seen a robot like that before.
And you can count yourself lucky.
Whatever you're selling, I ain't buying.
There should be a caravaner around. Hey! NCR Heavy Trooper.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
You guys have power armor? No way. What?
Things are getting stranger every day.
What? You tell me.
Hey there. Need anything?
I don't even... Yes.
Sure.
It's... I didn't... Oh my god. Well, yeah. I did not know they had power armor. Bye. I know, Veronica. I know.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
It's a light machine gun. Please give me. Wait for me.
Hey there. Need anything?
Yes, the same thing as before.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
They would need to make new power units for the power armors. Yeah. Because they're only meant to last like 100 and something years. And that was already made in Fallout 2. In Fallout 1. That already feels very much like a joke.
Something big's coming. I can feel it.
It's the thunder in the air.
Someone entered the Lucky 38. That's never happened before.
Still don't know who Ezekiel is.
Have you seen what one of those anti-material rifles can do to a death claw?
I wish I had seen that. We also should look for a doctor. Let's go to Novac. Because I know there's a doctor in there. And it's close enough that it's gonna be fine. I hope. And no... Oof. And no mutants are gonna respawn. There you are.
What can I do for you?
I'm hurt.
That's not so bad. I'll have you looking as good as new.
Yes.
All right.
I know, dude. I know. It's all very yellow. It's not as yellow as Deus Ex, though. That's for sure.
What can I do for you?
The radiation?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Let's drink some water while we are here as well. We could say hi to Boone. Is he around during daytime? Well, we could say hi to Delilah. She's definitely around. There she is. Oh man, this says radiation. Should have done it the other way around. Ah well. Such is life. Let's go back to the Black Mountain then. Lots of radiation. Yeah, the water really isn't the issue. There's an enemy in here. Oh, because we're down. We actually teleport to down here. Hey, are you feeling a little bit more optimistic?
I've done what I can. The rest is up to you, human.
He's not. And we're up here. Yeah, I really didn't realize that that we weren't there. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Head to the summit of Black Mountain and end Tabitha's reign of terror. And I saw that. I saw that over there. There's 2 of them, in fact. Let's go this way. She's up there. Let's not go this way. A prison building. Workbench. A terminal. As if I don't have enough pointless things to do here, Tabitha wants me to start keeping a log of all the repairs I do. So here's my first log entry. I fixed up several old terminals that were left over in the intact buildings here. I wonder what she's planning to use them for. Apparently, the mutants raided a caravan today. One of their rifles jammed. Took about 7 minutes to fix. I also performed minor maintenance on the broadcasting tower outside. It's tempting to think that I could have just pulled a switch there and taken this accursed station off the air. No doubt she would have killed me soon afterward, but it might have been worth it just to see the look on her face. The mutant with a scar across his face, that's probably the mutant that helped us. I didn't notice that he had a scar across his face. They all seem to have scars across their face and body. Whom I have taken to calling Cuddles, stopped in today and asked me to fix his car. I told him that's outside my expertise and seriously thought he was going to kill me. Tried to escape today. Tabitha had one of her men beat me senseless when they caught me. Now they lock me up in the next room whenever I'm not working on something. Oh, and I fixed a toaster. Cuddles came in about his car again. He even brought a container of gas and asked if that would help. I tried to tell him that gas was not the problem, but he got really angry and dragged me outside. Tabitha killed him herself before things got too ugly. At least I don't have to hear about his damn car anymore. Tabitha came in today and said she is concerned about my safety. She's insisted that I change the lock on my door to require a password, using one of the other computers I fixed. I'm really starting to regret ever fixing those. The password is 123456789. Like anyone who cares will ever read this. Well, whoever the person is that wrote that is going to read that. And I can disengage the lock. That was the password that I just put in. Your security is our security. That's our soft lock solutions. Soft lock is a bad name for a company that makes locks. Hi. Hello. He doesn't seem surprised at all that we're here. But that's just the engine, really. It's not really the engine. He could be scripted to run towards us and be like, hey, what are you doing here? But no, he's just going to stay there, impav it, and totally fine with this. Raul.
Took you long enough, so can I go now?
What do you mean took me long enough?
Sorry. I assumed the only reason you'd fight past a horde of super mutants and pick the lock on my cell is if you heard my cry for help on the radio. But maybe you're just sightseeing. So since the door's open and all, can I go now?
Who are you?
Name's Raul. Raul Alfonso Tejada. I'm the mechanic around here.
Then why does your jumpsuit say Miguel?
Probably because it used to be Miguel's. Whoever he was. How about if you let me go, huh, boss?
You're the mechanic around here?
No. No, boss. I'm a prisoner of the crazy super mutant with the wig and the glasses. I was kind of hoping you were here to set me free. But maybe I'm not a pretty enough damsel for that. Huh?
Can you repair some of my stuff?
Sure, boss. I'd be happy to prolong my captivity and psychological abuse to tighten some lug nuts for you.
Thank you very much. That's actually very helpful. It's also very expensive. Okay.
Back again? Can I go this time? Or do you have something else in mind?
I
Back again?
Yeah. It's okay by me. Enjoy your freedom.
Alrighty then. I'll just head out, alone, by myself, into the dangerous waste.
Actually, do you want to tag along with me?
Sorry, boss, but as much as I like to risk getting killed by your side, you seem to already have some help.
Come on, Raul. Adventure awaits.
Sorry, boss.
Ah. It's her. Veronica?
What's up?
I think you need to leave.
Why does everyone always say that?
Because of don't worry, Lucky 38, you like it in there.
Nice. Can I order room service?
And she's gone. Along with a lot of my stuff, but that's fine. Because she keeps it. So, Raul.
Oh, it's you. You need something repaired or something?
I want to find out. Yes. I want to find out what happens if I actually do get stuff repaired. Because you repair stuff up 97. That is amazing.
Oh, it's you.
Now, can you come with me?
Anything's better than staying here. Let's go.
No! I won't let you have my Raul!
He turned the radio on. Or something.
I'm sure you'll be fair and equitable, boss.
Yeah, but you don't have the money that I gave you. So I'm really upset about that. Because I have other ways of doing this. So, let's do something different.
No! I won't let you have my Raul!
Oh, you didn't turn the radio on. Tabitha doesn't like that we take her Raul. She doesn't even know how to pronounce his name properly. I wonder if he repairs things for me. Hey, since, you know, all the things.
If we run, we might still catch Benny. Well, you might. I'll just be wheezing along behind you.
That's true. Can you repair some of my stuff?
Sure. I'll just pull a toolbox out from behind a conveniently placed rock and get to work.
Very funny.
Talk to me at my shack. I've at least got tools there.
Really? Did you hear that, Eddie? We know where your shack is.
You really enjoy dragging me into situations where I get shot at, don't you, boss?
We haven't even left your prison. I need you to tell me about yourself.
Sure, boss. What do you want to know?
Who are you?
You forget about me already, boss? You sure you didn't take a blow to the head or something? My name is Raul Alfonso Tejada.
Then, okay, yeah. Anything else you want to share?
Boss, usually when somebody gives you a name and nothing else, it's because that's all they want to give you.
It's fair enough.
I'm an open book, boss. Granted, the book's in Spanish and some of the pages have fallen out, but I'm an open book.
Don't worry, I understand the language. How can I make the best of your skills?
I'm not much use besides being a portable encyclopedia, really. I guess you could use me as a pack Brahmin, but my knees aren't so good anymore.
I don't believe that. You must have some skills.
That's nice of you to say, boss. But I'm an old man. Not much use to anybody anymore. Time was. I was a pretty good shot with a pistol. I guess I'm still half decent. These old bones aren't much use in hand-to-hand fighting, though. I can also do maintenance work on your stuff. I don't have the supplies for a real repair job, but I can keep your gear working longer.
Oh, lots of older people are still useful to their friends and communities.
Yeah, maybe you can introduce them to me, if we find them, because I've never met one.
Who? I'm trying to think of somebody like that in this setting. Where are you from?
I was born just outside Mexico City. My family had a little ranch there.
Okay. How old are you?
Old enough to know better, boss. Old enough to know better.
Huh. Oh boy. What's Petro Chico?
You never heard of Petro Chico? Un amigo de Poseidon Energy. Of course not. They were an oil company in Mexico back before the war.
See what I'm talking about? Wasteland 3 should have done this as well with the payasos in Colorado. Because they have a bunch of Spanish-speaking characters in there. And the voice actors are not Spanish natives, so some of them don't even say the same words. They mispronounce it completely. But this is this voice actor is Danny Trejo. I think I'm pronouncing his name properly. And he's not only a famous TV star, maybe movie as well. Yeah, probably movies as well. But he also speaks Spanish, considering his I think he's American, but is he from California? And he's Latino. How'd you end up at Black Mountain?
Well, boss, when a giant, insane super mutant asks you to stay put, you do what you're told. Well, maybe you don't. But I'm just a broke-down old man.
It's fair enough. How did Tabitha find you in the first place, though?
It's stupid, boss. I used to listen to the radio broadcast, just to pass the time. Well, one day the signal stopped, so I figured I'd try to find a transmitter. I'm a pretty good repairman. Or I was before my eyes started to go. Anyway, I found Black Mountain and offered my services. But Tabitha decided I was useful enough to keep around. Permanently.
Yeah. I have some questions I'd like to ask you.
Questions, boss? You mean you don't know everything there is to know already?
I know, but it's 2 dialogue trees, and it's kind of complicated. Can you tell me anything about Mr. House?
Just how old do you think I am, boss? Because I can pretty much guarantee I'm older than that. Let me tell you a story from before the Great War. Everybody knew Robert House. He was a genius, a superstar. Founded Raul at 22. Dated Hollywood starlets, the works. They say he saved Las Vegas. I was in Mexico City when the bombs dropped. Even from there, we could see House's defensive rockets shooting down the incoming missiles. Everybody assumed he died in the war. Maybe he did. But his robots are still out there roaming the waste. And now, a Mr. House rules New Vegas.
You can't seriously think they're the same Mr. House.
Maybe not. Maybe the new guy is just a clever raider chief with knowledge of history. Maybe he just left instructions for his robots to carry out in his name. Or maybe Robert House uploaded his brain pattern into a computer and rules to this day a godless, soulless machine god. Maybe the whole thing's a crazy coincidence. Who knows?
Maybe there's a connection. Can you remember anything else about Robert House?
I remember there were some weird stories about him, especially near the end. There was a tell-all in El Periódico de las Aburridas by a starlet House dated. She said they never, don't make me spell it out, boss. Anyway, she said all he wanted to do was scan her brain and make her dress up in different outfits.
That's sickening.
It was quite the scandal, at least in the Latin American tabloid journalism market.
I had some other questions.
You're a veritable geyser of curiosity, boss.
Thank you very much. Do you know anything about a goon named Benny? You mentioned him before, even though we didn't talk about it before. Anyway, he wears a checkered coat, carries a big pistol.
Benny, huh? Sorry, boss. Doesn't ring a bell. Then again, my brain isn't as sharp as it used to be.
Yeah. What's your take on the NCR?
They're all right, I suppose. Had a bit of tough going there at the beginning. You know their first town was nearly wiped out by raiders. Anyway, they got their good points and their bad. Just like a lot of the old governments from before the war.
Yeah, that's considering they are an analogy for the government. It's very apt that they work sort of the same way. How do you feel about Caesar's Legion?
I don't really have a problem with them. People around here tend to see them as invading marauders planning to burn and pillage the countryside. But I've been to Arizona, boss. Before the Legion, it was a nasty place. So thick with raiders you couldn't trade with a town 2 miles up the road. Caesar's laws aren't nice, and their actions aren't always pretty. But then neither am I. But you keep me around.
I mean, we haven't gone very far, so either way. That's also an analogy for Caesar's Legion, because we'll see. I think that's it. Nothing else right now.
Sure, boss.
Just like Vic in Fallout 2, who always calls us boss. We can't... Oh, this is Cuddles' toy car. Do we need that? I'm gonna take it. Seriously?
I can't believe we were allowed inside the Lucky 38. That place has been a legend since before the war.
I wonder if I can ask him about the car.
Questions, boss?
I can't. Oh, I can ask about New Vegas?
It's big, it's bright, and it's one of the biggest cities still left from before the war. Well, mostly anyway. Used to be just a curiosity. The buildings were pre-war. But it's just as full of raiders and barbarian tribes as any place else. Then Mr. House took over. Got the power turned back on. And got the tribes reformed into something civilized. And now they run his casinos for him.
That's what I heard.
Sure, boss.
Okay, let's take care of Tabitha. I'm sure this is gonna be a lot worse than with Veronica, but you know, your companions level up, or they get better depending on your own skill of things. So with any luck, it's gonna be all right. Oh!
Okay, I guess we're doing this.
Woohoo! He's got a pistol. I forgot about that.
No!
That's Tabitha. We never talked to her.
Don't worry, boss. I'm sure Caesar just wants to invite you over for coffee or something. That's all.
It's fine. You can't talk about Tabitha, can you? Yeah. So, this is pretty good that we leveled up. We can bring our speech up to 90, so that's nice. Our repair is already at 90, so I don't need it any more than that. I will just go up on sneak. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be alright. I don't need to max out speech because I always have the magazines. And so let's hope that everything is fine with that. And I will want to get something that I could have gotten a while back, I think. Level 12. And it's called jury rigging. We should jury rig everything. Now, of course, I can't fix my things. She had quite a lot of stuff. Man, I really wasn't expecting them to ambush us. I mean, I guess I should have seen it coming. So let's see what these rooms had for us. Training. A trunk. With ammo. An intact garden gnome. That feels important. I'll take it. Seems that's all they had. This is like their armory? Potentially? Broken Mr. Handy. The robot lies inert on the table, giving no indication of having worked recently or ever. A nameplate on the part of the surface is scratched and mostly faded, but you can still make out the faint word Rhonda. And this is another way of completing the quest that we just did. Complete. Let's check the robot's circuitry. You quickly ascertain that the robot's current AI state is set to hibernate, likely a self-defense mechanism after the unit suffered catastrophic damage. Whoever repaired it probably didn't know how to reset its AI. After flipping the right switch, the robot jumps to life.
Hello! Could you please direct me to Mistress Tabitha?
I hate to tell you, but Tabitha's dead.
And I suppose you're taking credit for the deed, fiend? I will avenge her!
You shan't.
For queen and country!
That worked out. And I guess that's it for this area. How about these? Huh. It's the radio station. Swivel. So, swivel. Good. Hermes Communication Incorporated Black Mountain Submatrix System Online. Marcus made me type this. The leader of this community, Marcus, said I should start keeping a journal to get my mind off Rhonda. He also said I might find something interesting inside this stupid old building. What could possibly be interesting here? The only thing that works in here is this junky old terminal. It's a radio station. It's amazing. This place is a radio station. If we can get it repaired, we can broadcast music across the wastes, just like Rhonda and I used to listen to. Ah, Rhonda, how I wish you hadn't gone away. I asked all of the mutants here for help, but none of them could do anything for you, which makes me doubt they can fix this place. On the air, the radio station is fixed, and we have begun sending our message out into the desert. Marcus thinks I spend too much time in here. But what does a first gen know? Rhonda says they're just on one step up from dum-dums. And I agree. Dum-dums is humans. The first generation, though, implies that there are second generation mutants, which is does not happen in Fallout 1 and 2. And also they can't reproduce because they don't have that. The elite, there was a fight in the yard today between some of us and the first gens. Marcus made a speech about how we need to work together, but why should we? We were the Master's favorites. We don't need their help. Rhonda says we'd be better off without them. Is this a mistake, or are we to imply, or to infer, rather, are we to infer that the generations are all within the Master's army? Because you could see that coming, like the first batch of super mutants, and then they perfect the FEV a little bit better and make new super mutants. And apparently the Ninekins were the Master's favorite, which is actually, I wouldn't, yes. Alone at last. Marcus and the others left today. Finally, we have the whole place to ourselves. No more listening to lectures about what we can and can't say on the air. The airwaves will be free. Now, Rhonda and I can host our own radio show like we have been planning. I don't know why Marcus always refused to let us do it before. He always started getting real nervous when I told him that what Rhonda thought about things. Rhonda says he was afraid she was too smart to control. Anyway, this is the start of a new era. The only downside is most of the dum-dums chose to stay. Did she have humans in here, or are she's just calling dumb, I suppose. Lucky. Great news! A ghoul entered our camp today who has experience fixing machines. He seems to really like fixing it. He seems to really like it here, so I hope he can stay long enough to fix Rhonda. Weird, Rhonda just asked me why she would need fixing. She has a point. What was I thinking? Well, because there's the Rhonda who's inside Tabitha's head, and there's the Rhonda the machine. Safe. I finally got Raul to finish installing the security measures on my door. Now I can have all the privacy I want. Just in case I have a dum-dum moment, I have placed the spare key under the stairs behind my building. No one ever goes back there, so it should be safe from discovery. Well, I guess we know where to go if we need a key, although we might not need a key unless it's like a really high level one. Turrets. Oh, it's dusters. There we go. We've been picking up a lot of activity from China's satellite network. The tension is pretty high around here. Frank's been talking about securing a place in one of those vaults for himself and his family, and when he didn't show up to work yesterday, I think we all knew where he went. Oh my god, it's actually happening. We have readings across the board of launches happening everywhere. They must have thrown everything they had, and it looks like we didn't hold back either. The computer says we have 2 minutes until the first missile drops. I can barely type. The mountain shielded us from the worst of the blast, but there's too much radiation. Whoa, I can't believe these old machines still work. This place looks pretty defensible, and the radiation should keep the majority of people away. It looks like we have found a home, at least for now. First things first, though, we've got to get these corpses out of here. Poor bastards. Marcus. Marcus really likes going to places that have been basically destroyed by the war. No, actually, you know, Broken Hills is not like that, I don't think. Broken Hills is where Marcus is in Fallout 2. He's an old man by now. Or by then, I should say. But that doesn't matter. It's the first time you see the character. And his Broken Hills is... Broken Hills is sheriff, I believe. Radios Television's radiation king. I don't know what to say about that, honestly.